Hello and welcome to the channel. It is Black Friday week and I decided to have a look what Amazon platform has for us on offer, and to be brutally honest, I was a bit disappointed. However, knowing that there must be some interesting nuggets of gold out there, I persevered with my research and finally came up with this list. Now, for the watch to get on my recommendation list, it had to meet the following criteria. Well, it had to be an established brand, although there is one exception though, and I think it will be worth your while. It also had to be a timepiece with some kind of horological interest, either from design or specification perspective, so no so-called designer watches there. And thirdly, of course, there should be some discount applied. The more the better, it is a Black Friday after all. This list is tied up to UK and EU listings, and where possible I try to find corresponding US deals too, and I mostly succeeded. However, it looks like there is a very loose alignment between the discounts and sometimes even prices across the Atlantic, so go figure. All the relevant links will be in the description of this video. Of course, the wristwatches on this list are still relevant, no matter if you are in USA, Europe or any other parts of the world. So use my links as a starting point, but do try to search for the best prices possible. And another important note, some of the listings seem to have very limited stock availability, so if you see a great deal that you like, don't hesitate for too long, because literally in few hours it might not be there. And with Amazon very robust return policies, your risk is really minimal. And finally, for a full disclosure, those are affiliate links which, without costing you anything extra, might result in some commissions for me on some qualifying purchases, which of course helps to run this channel, so thank you very much in advance. Okay, and now without any further ado, let's get on with this list. Okay, let's kick off with this quite popular timepiece. Not only it is popular, it is the first Seiko watch to use the GMT and H34 movement, which recently created a mini revolution in the world of affordable GMT watches. By the way, I have a full review of this watch as well as comparison to one of its wannabe rivals. Links, of course, will be in the description. This is a great watch, no matter if you just want to have a reliable everyday watch or you are a seasoned collector. This one does the job and commands the respect. In the UK, the orange colorway is very well discounted compared to the introductory price of £400. This is a very good deal. Now, I also managed to find really sharp deals in the US, including on other colorways. Links, of course, will be in the description, and do check my reviews for full details on this really great timepiece. Now, this is another Seiko which is very well discounted. It looks like full stainless steel construction and very attractive looks. This one is using another very interesting Seiko movement, 8T63, which is also known as VK63 when used in non-Seiko brands. It is a so-called mecha quartz caliber, which is a combination of quartz and mechanical chronograph modules. So we get the best of both worlds. Accuracy of the quartz and flyback and high precision of a mechanical chronograph. Not to forget up to 3 years of battery life, so really practical and dependable timepiece, which also looks good. One thing to note here though, the same as on the previous Seiko GMT, we get Seiko's proprietary Hardlex crystal here. Sapphire would be of course much better, however, for the 150 British pounds price point, it is still a good option. Okay, moving on to another of my favorite big brands, Casio. Now, this watch also nicknamed CasiOak for its resemblance to iconic Royal Oak AP watch. So this timepiece made a bit of a splash a couple of years ago among watch community when it was introduced. Still priced at around £100, this one is sold with about 20% discount, and also, while still being dark and stealthy, the red accents on the dial actually make it legible too. That is, you can actually see the time, which is always a welcome feature on the watch. And yes, it is a G-Shock, probably the toughest watches out there that can really withstand all the kind of adverse conditions. I've got a full review of this watch and of course I will link it in the description. Stepping away from Casio for a moment, I will come back later to it in the list, we have this very eye-catching Rotary Regent. Very well discounted timepiece and very well designed too. Rotary is a well-established brand that started as a British watchmaker with a lot of cross-heritage with British military. We can still see British design printed at the bottom of the dial. and it looks like a very well put together watch with strong influence of Gerald Genta design cues of integrated bracelets and a very distinctive bezel look, which is also used in icons like Patek Philippe Nautilus and Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. This watch is powered by well-reputed Japanese Miyota automatic mechanical movement, which is now part of Citizen Watch Company. I also like the gradient color of this dial, however I couldn't find the same gradient dial on the USA Amazon. Maybe you will have more luck. Like I suggested, do use my links as a starting point and then do a bit of a further research. Now, priced at £132, down to 49% from its RRP, this is another Rotary on my list. A very popular Pepsi GMT looks and discounted almost half to its original price. This watch uses Quartz GMT movement, so from practical perspective it is very convenient. Also, according to the product listings, we get sapphire crystal here and ceramic bezel, a high quality scratch resistant materials which will help to maintain the premium look of this watch well into the future. Okay, this is a timepiece I reviewed in the past, a very simple chronograph with iconic looks, very similar to Breitling Navitimer, and in the same time with a price tag that will not break the bank. I'm not sure though what's the deal with this watch on the USA Amazon. It is either overpriced or not available, so this one for UK customers only, I'm afraid. No, seriously, do not pay more than $40 for this watch. Now, this is an alternative to Seiko Chronograph that I had earlier in my list. Great looks and great discount. So we have a modern spin on iconic Pilot A-type flicker dial design, and I think it looks really good. Add to it Citizen's in-house EcoDrive solar chronograph movement, which is of course solar powered, so you don't need to change the batteries like ever. So with this discount and these looks, I think it's a great Black Friday option. Okay, this is another Casio on my list, and it is well discounted, well, at least in the UK, and I also like that somewhat unique look of this watch. It is a bit flashy with all that gold color, and yet the canvas strap gives it a sense of subtlety. Also, I think this one will look great not only on the gentleman wrists, but also on ladies' wrists too. And yes, it is Casio, and judging by how many celebrities are wearing similar Casio these days, you will be in a good company. A truly versatile and cool-looking watch in my opinion for a very affordable price. Okay, now a couple of divers. First, this truly iconic Citizen Promaster. These are quite popular and therefore not always discounted. Even now, looks like only the blue colorway has the reduced price. It is a great tool watch with outstanding lume. It has solar-powered Citizen EcoDrive movement, and it is also ISO certified dive watch with 200 meters of water resistance. So a good opportunity to snap this one on the sale for under $200. Now discounted by more than 35% from its original price of £240 or $305 in US, we have this second diver on my list, which is from somewhat less established brand, however is from a macro brand that has a great popularity among watch enthusiast community. This is a Spinnaker Fleuss diver. Now, as we would expect from a reputable macro brand diver, we get all the premium materials here, stainless steel construction, AR-coated sapphire crystal, genuine leather of course, and even a glass insert bezel. And this watch is powered by Japanese Seiko NH35 automatic mechanical movement. Really cool timepiece. Now, one thing to keep in mind though is that it is a 43mm watch, so it is not small. However, this watch has a very tight lug-to-lug distance, under 50mm, which should make this watch suitable for wrists of about 6.5 inches and up. And now one of my favorite Timex field watches that were not expensive to start with, but now discounted even further. I did a review of this cool watch, the link of course will be in the description. It is a reliable and dependable timepiece, and yes, it has that Timex proprietary Interglow technology. So here you have it, but if you like to cast your shopping nets beyond Amazon, check my AliExpress recommendation list over here, or my top 10 recommendations over here. And if you found this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next one.